If you're doing a truck build, stop everything you're doing and watch this. Guys, welcome to part one of our truck build series. As you guys well know, we are building a pressure washing truck together. All of the equipment is there ready to go. And the best part is you guys get to follow along because all of this stuff, guys, is in the description below. Most of it we ordered on Amazon. As I told you guys, you guys are gonna follow me for the next 10 episodes. Episode 120, the very last episode, we're actually gonna take this guy out into the field with Joe, by the way, one of my coaching clients. This is his rig that we're building, and we're gonna go out and do some coaching, but also you guys are gonna get to see me use this rig to make around $1,500 to $2,000 in a single day. Yes, you heard me right. So just like we did with our trailer build series, guys, you can actually follow along because I actually have a blueprint for how I get this done. I will email you that. Guys, my email is in the description of every single video. And you know what the best part is? The blueprint is actually the script of my entire series, so you guys will be able to see what the next episodes are actually about. And one other thing I wanted to say real quick before we get started, a lot of you guys email me or message me, through the comment section asking my opinion or advice, I should say, on whether I think a truck build or trailer build is best for you. So I am going to answer that question once and for all. Here it is. If you're a new guy, which most of you guys are, a truck build is way better to go with. But here's the thing. The reason why I say sometimes to get a trailer build is because if you're going to do a truck build, you need to make sure you have a backup vehicle, because once you do this build, guys, you're not going to be able to be driving this thing around. Like, let's say your buddy is hosting Monday Night Football and you're going to drive your rig over there and leave it out front. That doesn't look very professional, right? Or let's say, like a lot of you guys that, you have a job, you have like a full-time job and you need your truck to get to work. What are you going to do? Like park your rig outside? I mean, guys, that doesn't make any sense, right? People are going to steal stuff from your rig. So once you built this thing, it is 100% a work truck. So you need to make sure, if you're going to do a truck build, that you have a backup vehicle for you to get around when you're not using your truck. That's very important because, guys, like this is some high-level stuff that you're going to have out there, and you're going to be able to, that's going to be your moneymaker. You see what I'm saying? So you got to protect that. And then towards the very end, we're going to talk about maintenance and how to maintain your rig and all of that good stuff. So and just like we did in a trailer build series, I'm going to take you guys into my shop now, because I'm going to show you all of the different parts or the different tools that you're going to need to get this done. So let's go ahead and go over there. So there's a lot of different tools that you guys are going to get to see me use throughout this entire process. Now, I don't have time here to go into every single one, but I will highlight the most important ones. And guys, by the way, the ones that I'm highlighting, you will find that you're going to need very frequently. Like, for example, in my hand right here, this is a rubber mallet. You would be shocked and surprised how many times during your career, when you're building your pressure washing business, that you're going to end up needing a rubber mallet sooner or later. Second on my list is this drill bit set. I got this at Lowe's, guys. It's like a little it's got, I think, 6 or 7, 7 or 8 in there. This is the one that you guys actually saw me use doing the trailer build series. This is how we cut the holes in our tanks to put our bulkheads. And remember when we installed our float valve, for example, that's what we use right there. So same dealio here. We're going to need this guy for sure. Now, you guys know I'm a big, huge fan of DeWalt. This drill right here, guys, wow, this drill has been with me pretty much since the beginning of Mr. Bubbles, but you want to make sure you get yourself a good drill. Now, this same drill is in the description below. We're going to use this guy dozens and dozens and dozens of times throughout our build. Now, I also have like 5 or 6 different drills. Guys, this is very important because sooner or later you'll see when, especially when you're doing the maintenance of your rig, you're going to need drills. And I also recommend getting one that is also wired because sometimes these batteries will go dead on you. And then I've shown you this before. Man, wow, this is a heat gun for you guys that are seeing this the first time. I'm not going to go into what we're going to use this thing for, but you're gonna have to find out here during the build. But cannot do a build without a heat gun, guys. This is paramount for you to have because, you know, when you guys are changing out your hoses and stuff, you'll see how often we use this. Next on our list, I have also several different types of grinders. You always end up using, needing to use these sooner or later. And so I recommend this one. I brought a Harbor Freight. Some tools I go, you know, kind of cheap on because I don't use them very often. I use this probably 3 to 5 times a year. And then the other ones sometimes I use on a daily basis, right? So I want to spend more money on those. Next on our list, guys, I have, I don't know, 30 or 40 of these guys, plumber's tape. Man, I mean, we're going to use probably 2 or 3 whole rolls of this stuff during our build. And then I've mentioned this before as well, a pipe cutter, guys. Like, this is how we cut all of our hoses. I mean, this is one of the essential tools that you got to have in your toolbox when you're running or trying to run a pressure washing business. Now, several different types of these zip ties, like this one right here. I mean, wow, this is a zip tie that you're going to need. Let me zoom in on that for you guys. You're going to need this a lot. I picked this up at Lowe's. Guys, this is the same zip tie that we use to tie our reclamation bags when we're doing roofs to catch the chemical coming down the downspouts. But man, guys, I use this, I mean, for so many things in my business, and you're going to get to see me use this a lot during our build. And then I wanted to show you just I've actually separated in this little box a bunch of miscellaneous tools, like cutters, for example, you know, something that you're going to need a lot. And then you got all your wrenches in here. And one of the things I wanted to highlight that's very, very important is, guys, get yourself a good set of alligator clamps. I have little ones. This is a medium-sized one. And then we have the really big ones that we have in our trucks for when we're out in the field. Of course, we're going to use, you know, a bunch of you know, different types of screwdrivers. So make sure, guys, what I recommend you do is this. You know, go to like Harbor Freight, get yourself a nice little toolbox. I think they're like 10 to 15 bucks at Harbor Freight, and just fill that guy up with a bunch of tools. I wanted to highlight one more thing for you as well. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 things I want to highlight, 2 things. So one of the things that you're going to need is this right here. And this drill bit, you know, just get a socket set, but this is 5/16. This is how you tighten up all of these hose clamps, by the way. So these hose clamps, you tighten them up with the screwdriver. That can only get you so far. And then you just go in there like that manually, boom. Nice and tight, guys. This has got to be real snug, so you don't get any leaks on when you're building your rig, okay? And then the final thing I wanted to show you guys is this, because this we did not use this at all during our trailer build series, but we're definitely gonna have to use this guy here. This is a sander, and this is something I use, man, I wanna say only when I do builds, guys, but it's something I use probably once every 2 or 3 years. I've had this for 6, 7 years, also a DeWalt. I bought this, I think, at Home Depot or Lowe's. But anyway, you're definitely going to need a good sander in order to get this project for the pressure washing rig on the truck side. You're going to need this as well. So there you have it. And like I was saying about the tools, guys, don't go super crazy with getting like thousands of dollars worth of tools. That's not the point. You know, some of the tools you're just going to acquire as you grow on this journey. But these are the essential tools that we're going to use during this build. Now, when I run into something that, you know, I haven't shown you guys yet, we'll go ahead and I'll show that on camera and why I use that specific tool. But there you have it. Let's go out there and let's get this done. Guys, for part 1, I am going to be showing you how to install a ladder rack on your truck, as we're all ready to go here. Now, you guys might be wondering or asking yourselves, you know, hey, in all your videos, you say we hit everything from the ground. Professionals don't use ladders like that. So why do I even need a ladder or a ladder rack? Guys, you got to understand something. As you grow in this journey, as you mature and you grow your pressure washing business, you're going to offer different services. I've mentioned this a lot on my channel. We do a lot of gutter cleaning, a lot of roof cleaning. You're not doing any of that without a ladder. So sooner or later, you're going to run into a situation where you need a ladder. Actually, you know what? Let me tell you guys a funny story. So a couple of years back, it was really kind of like when I was still a new business. I remember when I had one of my very first technicians and I sent him out. Guys, check this out. You're gonna laugh at this. So my technician puts his J rod on the gun, but he didn't put it correctly. So when he went to spray, the thing shot up like a rocket, guys. Like this thing shot up and it landed on the roof, and he didn't have a ladder. So guys, I had to go out there and rescue him. Of course, on my truck, I had a ladder, but there is a great example of why you need a ladder. Stuff happens out there, guys, and you want to be prepared. And the last thing I'll say about that is this. So it is very unprofessional for you to show up to a person's house without a ladder. Now, you and I, we know that we don't use ladders like that. As a matter of fact, I remember doing a math once where we were doing like 3,000 homes before we had to, you know, like a weird spot on a house and we needed a ladder. It's very rare that professionals will use ladders when doing the house wash. But guess what? Your hairy homeowner, he doesn't know that, right? So when he sees you pull up to a house without a ladder, it makes you look like you're a truck in a truck, because he's expecting that you're going to be out there washing with the ladder. So make sure, guys, I always talk about professionalism on the Mr. Bubbles channel. So make sure you guys are showing up to people's house with professional equipment. And the ladder, of course, is a big part of that. So I'm going to break down for you guys real quick all of the different parts. I already took this out of the box. And like I said before, guys, all of the stuff that I'm going to use during this build is in the description below, including this ladder rack. So when you open the box, you're going to find that it has six beams, okay? So 2 beams look like this, and this is the beam where the ladder is going to sit. And of course, you know, guys, this is a step-by-step tutorial on how to install a ladder rack on a truck. So I'm going to show you step by step, okay? So you have 2 of those beams, and then you're going to see these beams right here. These are your footers, guys. You see that? So they look like a big letter L. They're made of aluminum. And guess what, guys? What I really like about this ladder rack, it's very inexpensive. We're talking about $250 on Amazon for this. And the reason why I really like this, especially for new guys, is because it doesn't involve any drilling. This right here, let me show you what it comes with. So again, this has 4 footers, and you're gonna see in a box, you're gonna get a bunch of these. You guys see that really well on camera, hopefully. So anyway, guys, this is called a J bolt, okay? And it's very obvious. You see how it looks like the letter J, right? Okay, so anyway, so with this footer right here, when you install it, it has 2 holes right here, and you're going to put this bracket through, and then essentially what's going to happen here is this little platform right here is going to hug the bottom ledge of the bed of the truck, and so it's going to compress it really good. And I mean, that ladder rack ain't going absolutely nowhere. So anyway, so you have eight of these J bolts on there, and then you have a little bag full of bolts, different bolts, and I'm going to show you up here close how we're going to use some of these bolts, but they all come in this little bag. And then, guys, the most important thing, one of the most important things are these sliders. So, you know, these right here, guys, they're so you put it on top of your ladder rack or top of the beam. This is to prevent your ladder from sliding left to right, you know, when you're moving. So, you know, in the end, this is basically going to look like that. Okay, now, I've already gone through the liberty of putting some of these together. There's just 2 holes there, and you put a bolt through. But I got one last one here, right, where you and I are going to do this one together, see? So I'll show you exactly how we're gonna put all of this together. The bottom line, guys, is that, you know, that's why I decided to do this series for you guys, so you get to see that, because I get a lot of messages from you guys that, you know, you're not very good with tools and, you know, like do it yourself type of projects, right? But guys, this is so simple, very, very simple instructions. Of course, you guys are gonna email me so I can send you the blueprint, and then you just follow guide by guide, step by step, and you're gonna get there. You're gonna have a very professional rig. You guys gotta remember, at the end of the day, guys, we're investing, right? Like this, all of the equipment that's down below that we're using during this truck build, what happens is you're gonna spend roughly around $5,000. Now, you don't have to do that right away, right? Like you're 6-7 weeks away from establishing yourself and starting to get customers. In those 6-7 weeks, you know, every week order like something every week. That's how Joe did it. And by the way, this is Joe. He is one of my, this is his truck, I should say. He's one of my coaching clients, but you know, one week he ordered the 𝐒𝐕𝐄𝐑 hoses. The next week he ordered the other hoses. The following week he ordered some fittings. Then during a 6-week process, he invested right around $5,000 in order to get this rig done. And that's what I'm going to show you guys. But this is where I was going with that, guys. Like, you're investing $5,000 in a rig instead of buying these $20,000, $30,000 systems out there that you guys just don't know how to use yet. That's a lot of money. And this system here, in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, if you market yourself accordingly, of course, you're going to get that money back almost immediately. I would say no more than a 90-day period, you're going to be able to get that money back, even if you're a new guy. And throughout this series, I'll give you guys some great marketing tips here and now. But anyway, let's switch up here closer. So you guys, we're going to put that last slider thing together. And then, because I want you guys to see like real up and close how I do that. So let's get that done. All right, guys, what you're going to notice when you open up your bag full of bolts is there's a bunch of these little bolts, which is right around like 3/4 of an inch. And then you have these that are 1.5 inches, and they're a little bit thinner as well. So these are the bolts that you're going to use for this right here. And when you unbox everything and you separate everything out, this is the part that you want to do first, okay? Put these together, because there are a lot of little parts here and you don't want it to get lost in the sauce, so to speak. So I'm gonna show you here. So I'm gonna take this first bolt right here, and you just line it up. It's the only 2 places on this little triangle that has holes, and you're literally just gonna line that up just like that, okay? So again, what we're trying to create is this right here. So we already have one set. Now, this is the one that we're gonna put together, and it's going to look like this, okay? So again, you have a total of 8 of these longer bolts, and you know, you just put them through the hole. And guys, you gotta remember, one of the main rules that you want to apply while you're doing this, installing your ladder rack on your truck, is you got to make sure everything's real tight. Like, guys, it's got to be like really, 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 really tight, because you got to remember, you know, yes, your truck's moving and it's causing a lot of vibration, but not as much as your machine. Your machine, like when you're parked in front of Mrs. Smith's house, that machine is going bam like that, and it's causing vibration in the back of your truck. It's going to loosen everything up. So you see that? So you have a washer, a regular washer, which I put first. And then on the other end, I have a locking washer. Okay, we've talked about locking washers before. Excuse me, guys, I dropped my locking washer. So we've talked about locking washers before here on the Mr. Bubbles channel, and we use them quite a bit. Let me tell you, we do a lot of builds here, a lot of equipment maintenance, and I mean, throughout all of my rigs, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of locking washers. And then you just want to push this through right here, and then you're going to put your little lug nut there. All right, so let's do the other one, and then we're going to tighten it all down. So here we go, just like that. Like I said, oh, right there, I almost dropped it again, guys. Feeling a little clumsy today. I'm super clumsy anyway with my left hand, but you guys will see throughout my my build. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys something too. You can leave this in a comment section. I've had like 8 or 9 people message me and say that they want to see me do a build inside an enclosed trailer. I've done like 8 or 9 since I started my company. And if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section, all right? Because you guys got to remember, you guys are the producers of the Mr. Bubbles channel. So, you know, you guys get to decide the flow of the content. So for this, you're going to need, these are 1/2 inch, okay? So you're going to need 2 of them, one to hold the side down, and then literally you're just going to do that, just like that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I wanted to say this too, that it was you guys' original idea that I do the truck build series. So I had about over 60 or 70 of you guys email me and say, hey, you know, I would love to see, I don't have a trailer. Can you do a truck build series so we can see? Now, I do have one of the things that I already, super tight, guys, right there. Just one more, it can't even get any tighter. There you go. So one of the things that is already on the books for me to do for you guys is a soft wash build. Now that's, like I said, that's already there because like 60, 70 of you guys have emailed me and said that you want to see a soft wash build. And the great thing about my soft wash build, it's going to be a 12 volt system first. Eventually I'll get around to doing like an AR setup type for you guys. But as a new guys, you're not going to be using that anyway too much. It's better 12 volt system for you guys, for new guys. And but I am going to be installing a booster pump, so I'm going to show you guys that as well. There you go, guys. Bam. All right. So you guys got to see that done. And then at the very end, I am going to show you exactly how we get this done. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to switch over to the GoPro because I want you guys seeing right there, like I want you guys right there with me as you see me put this thing together. So let me go ahead and switch and I'll see you guys over there. Guys, you see up there, that's exactly what we're trying to recreate. Now, those things, they're not actually bolted or screwed down yet. Now, your support beams, your footers, they are actually bolted in that. But don't worry, guys, I did that off camera just to save us a little bit of time. But you guys see here, we have 2 left, the ones at the end of the truck bed here. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I got that done. So, but I wanted to show you this as well. You guys see here the bottom of the L footer, right? The bottom part has to be facing your tailgate. You see that? So the footers that are by the cab of the truck are going to be facing towards you. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to get your beam as close as possible to the cab of the truck, and then your beams, you know, that you're going to use to, you know, near the tailgate, they are going to be the opposite. You see that? They're going to face towards the cabin. So let's go ahead and install this one together here. Okay, so you see, guys, right there, how the beam, the bottom of the L is facing towards the cab of the truck. Okay, so we're simply going to put this right here. Right, it just sits right there. Hopefully you guys can see okay here, because sometimes it's hard to judge, like I said, with the GoPro. And so now we're going to put our first of the J bolts. And again, guys, this doesn't, you know, you don't have to use a drill here. I mean, we are eventually going to drill here, but that's when we build out our you know, spot for our hose reels. Okay, so then I want to get it as far in as possible, close to the tailgate. Let me see if you guys can see here. So I'm just putting the lug nuts on there, the locking washer, as they call it, right? Okay, so there you go. The first bolt is on the books. I'm tightening it as far as I can with my hand, And then you guys, don't worry guys. Also, I'm going to do a close-up. I'm going to do like a walk around with the other camera so you guys can see really well. But this J-bolt, what I was saying is, it you know, it goes up in there on the ledge there, and it hugs that ledge. And then when you tighten it, man, I mean, nothing's gonna take that guy off. So now I'm doing the second one. It's pretty much that easy. Again, you know, you're just putting it through right here. It has that pre-drilled, prefabricated holes right there. And I'm just putting the washer first. You want to put the washer, regular washer, and then the locking washer, and then we're going to put this second lug nut on there and tighten this guy up. It's pretty much that simple, guys. And I mean, you guys, man, I mean, some of you guys that I've met, wow, through this journey of mine, man, I met some of you guys are like master carpenters and all kinds of skilled technicians out there, you know. And I will probably say this at least, I would say a good dozen times doing this build, guys, that, you know, in terms of building rigs, I'm not going to build the most amazing, you know, that's not my skill set, right? That's, if you guys want to get a super professional rig, I mean, you can order from Southeast South Wash. They sell awesome rigs. But I'm teaching you guys how to build a rig that is going to be functional. That's going to, now remember guys, it's got to be tight. That's as tight as I can go with my hand. It's going to be functional, right? It's going to look professional, yes, but it's going to be super functional, to the point, you know, where you can go out and you can make, you know, $5,000+ a week with it. And that's the point, right? And then as you guys grow in this journey, you know, like I said, eventually you're going to outgrow. Oh, almost there. One more round. Right there. Wow, that's pretty tight, guys. Eventually you're going to outgrow your truck build. Now remember, we said there, one of the things, guys, is your tape measuring, right? So I just want to measure here, and it's like a little more, like a smidge more than 1 inch. But you know, and that's what you do as you guys grow. You see that, guys, right there, bam. As you guys grow on this journey, that's what you're going to do, is you're going to upgrade your equipment, you're going to upgrade your marketing within time. You know, I didn't start out with you know, most of our rigs now, they're all $30,000 units and up. You know, most of our rigs now are tandem, 2-man team, 3-man team type of dealios. And oh, that looks about right there, guys. And my point is, you know, I didn't start out like that, guys. Some of you guys already know this, that when I started out, I know you guys can't see too good here, but it's a hard angle, guys, and I am all thumbs with my left hand. Man, I can't do anything with my left hand. You know, I started out with the $50 pressure washer I bought on Craigslist, right? And then as I grew in this journey, became more knowledgeable, more skilled in the field, then it got to a point where, you know, I could afford to buy better equipment. Look at that, guys. Now, of course, it's not tight yet. It's not tight, and we got to put the second J-bolt, but almost there already. And that's what it is, guys. You're gonna grow in this journey. Now, before we tighten it, I just want to make sure, again, I'm gonna get my measuring tape. Ooh, look at that, guys. Smidge, just a smidge. This is 1 1/4. Let me measure the other one again, because I remember it being just a smidge. Yep, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, baby. 1 1/4, 1 1/4. So, you know, the bottom line is, you guys will outgrow this equipment within the next 3 years. You know, the one that you're going to build. And again, guys, it's hard to get the right angle here. That's why it's so hard. You know, you don't see a lot of people doing series like these because, man, it is really, really difficult to film and get the right angles and whatnot. But, you know, you will outgrow this equipment. But, you know, like I said, you know, this rig, if you buy everything that is in the description and you put it together just like I am here, and you're following along at home and building your rig, you know, you're going to spend $5,000, but, you know, you're going to recoup that very quickly. Very quickly. And, like, honestly, like, you know, your ladder rack, I mean, you don't need to upgrade that, right? There's things that you're not going to need to upgrade. If you get the right size buffer tanks and chemical tanks and, you know, oh, that's already pretty tight right there. You're not going to need to upgrade that. And like I said, you know, I mean, man, a rig like this will make you money, guys. You'll be like a ninja. You'll be able to get in and out. Ah, that's pretty tight. Pretty tight right there. I'll just tighten this one a little bit more. Maybe like 2 turns on it. You'll be able to get in and out. Condominiums, you know, your, especially if you live in a city. Man, it'd be hard to drive around. Ah, man, that's really tight, guys. It'd be hard to drive around with the trailer, you know, if you're in the inner city like New York or Philly or one of the bigger ones. But anyway, so I just showed you guys how to put the 2 footers, right? That's exactly the same method, same technique that I used for the back ones. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, I actually got to go get a couple of tools that I need to put together the top beams. So I'm going to get that, and then we're going to finish this thing up together. All right, guys, this is one of the most important parts of this entire process, because when you're about to put the beam onto your footers, the top beam onto your footers, you need to make sure that first you put your sliders in there. And the reason for that being, guys, is in the past when I've done this, I think it was either the second, maybe the first or second time I did it, I actually bolted everything down, and then you can't fit your sliders in there, obviously, right? But again, I made that mistake when I first did it, and that's what this channel is all about, guys, right? Teaching you not to make the mistakes that I made. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to slide this in there just like that. You see that? So this one is the one that's going to go in the back, but you just want to slide it in there. You don't have to set it yet. You can do that at the very end. We're going to do that at the next phase of our little project here. But the bottom line is, when you bolt these, you need to make sure that your slider's in there, and that's it. That's just the bottom line. Okay, now I'm going to show you, before, when I showed you this bag, remember I said that there were small bolts and big ones. Of course, the bigger bolts already on here on your sliders, right? So now we're going to use these bolts here. Are the little guys are the ones that we're going to use to tie down our to bolt down our upper beams here. Okay, so you're going to need on the thing here, you're going to see there's a bunch of washers, your locking washers and regular washers. And if you guys notice, when you open these screw, the bag, you're going to notice the screw here at the bottom has a little square edge. That's very important, because it's gonna slide into your groove here that I'm going to show you in a second. So you guys see how there's a groove at the bottom of the beam? So that's where these bolts, right, they're going to slide in here. So you want to slide two on each side here. So you guys see that? You just slide it in, because there's a little square piece there that's going to hold that in place. So then you just slide it in to fit the hole that is on the platform there, and boom, just like that, that's in there. Now it's still not bolted down. We're going to do that part next, but I'm just going to show you guys how that actually works, right? So again, hopefully you guys can see it, and it doesn't matter that the other one that the other one's actually not in there yet. So you see how we're gonna put that in there just like so, and then the other one as well. Dropped my locking washer. So we're gonna put that in there. Again, guys, they just slide in there. There's no pre-drilling that you have to do or anything like that. So you see that they're both already in there. They have like a little locking channel in there because of the because it's a square on that bolt, it's not going to move. But if you've noticed, I don't know if you noticed this or not on camera, you got about an inch more on that side than that side. And so this is you know, you can just use your hand and just tap it a little bit. Now look at it, guys. Look at that. You see that right there? Okay, you see that? So you got, and you can use a finger or you can use your measuring tape. So right there and right there, this one has a little, like, right, that's it right there. That is even right there, guys. It looks even, and you can see that it's even on from my point of view as well, but also I measured it with my finger. So yeah, there you go. And now that it's even, the two sides are even and the bar is even, now I can go ahead and use my my hand here, and then we got a wrench. We're going to put our washers and our locking washer and our lug nuts on here. All right, so let's make sure we got the right tool here. Oh, there you go. See that, guys? Perfect. So let's sit here and do this one by one by one by one. Put this up here real quick, out of our way. You know, there's no fast way to do this, guys. This is just a process, you know. You got to go through it. Oh, look at that, guys. I got two locking washers. And besides, you know, it's one of those things. You're building your rig. It's what's going to feed you, feed your family. You know, don't focus on doing it fast. Focus on doing it right. All right, that's what it's all about. That's what I'm all about. Do it. Oh, just like that, guys. Oh, and it's all right. You want to go as far as you can with your finger first, just like that, like I did. Then I'm getting my second set of lug nuts here, locking washer. I had someone in the comment section, well, no, not someone, I've had a couple dozen people since I put out my, just like that, guys, see that? Since I put out my trailer build series, ask me how come I don't, you know, doing my entire build, I don't use a impact drill. And I actually do a lot. I have 3 impact drills, guys. I have 2, a small one, big one, and then I have a we're not gonna bolt this down just yet. I want to make sure, I want to get the other ones on there, and then we're going to not bolt, but, you know, tighten it. I use impact drills all the time for all kinds of purposes, right? And we have a one that is two that are cordless, and one that is cord, that we need a cord. And we also have a what is it called, compressor here, and we have generators and all of that stuff, right? But the issue is not the issue, you know, if you guys see that the products that you're going to need for this, I'm trying to limit the amount of money that you guys are going to have to spend, right? You know, I'm trying to do something for you guys that is not going to be too out of control expensive, because it starts that up, you know. And I mean, and the tools that I do have on that list for you guys are like gotta haves. You must have those tools. You cannot do it without those tools. And you don't really need an impact drill to be able to, you know, finish your rig. So no, that's the reason why. But I do, especially you know, with trailers, we change out our tires every year. We put new tires. Impact drill just does that very quickly. Oh, guys, right there. Oh, came off. It's so hard here with the angle. And I'm gonna try with my left hand, guys, but oh my god, I can't do nothing with my left hand. Ah, it came undone. I'm gonna have to switch back to my right hand. I'm terrible with my right hand, guys. My left hand. Oh, there you go. Okay, so again, I'm just going to check here, right, that it's even. Boom. And now I can go ahead and tighten it. These guys are already on there, and that's all I got to do. You know, I actually have, guys, over $50,000 just in different tools. You know, I've been in business for 12 years, so, you know, I've accumulated a lot of tools. And, you know, do you need $50,000 worth of tools to run a pressure washing business? No, you do not. I do because I got 9 rigs and I'm always doing maintenance and I'm always doing builds. And, oh, that's pretty tight. All right, now let's do this one here. And so, you know, that's my situation, right? But you're going to need, you know, a good $1,000 worth of tools when you start out. That's going to help you maintain your rig. There you go. Wow, it's going smooth now, guys. Remember, this has to be super, super tight, guys. Like, no joke tight. Because again, you know, the vibrations and all that. None of the ladder racks that I... Oh, right here. Oh my gosh, just use my body weight on that. That guy ain't going nowhere. None of my racks throughout the years have you know, come undone or lost bolts or anything like that. You know, if you're doing it the right way, like I'm teaching you, that's all you need. But yeah, you're going to need a lot of tools to get this done if you want to build, you know, build and grow your pressure washing business to $1 million company. Yeah. Ah, damn. That's pretty tight right there. So we got one left, and that's it. Okay, so there we go. Almost there already. And I really do love these ladder racks because they're easy actually to install. You know, you guys, of course, you know, like me, I'm taking, guys, think about this, like how much time I'm taking dealing with cameras and different, you know, putting lights out and camera angles and all kinds of dealios that I'm dealing with, right? You guys are not going to have to deal with that. You just put your music on. Okay. Right there. Man, that's pretty tight, guys. All right, so, and then I'm going to show you guys this. So these caps right here, they come at the end of this thing here. So again, we're just going to take this right here. Boom, put it in there. Right? You need to take the caps off when you put your sliders on there, and also your bolts. Okay? And they just go in there just like so. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. There you have it, guys. I mean, this thing, I mean, wow, I am shaking this thing and the whole truck is shaking, guys. That's how tight that thing is. That thing ain't going absolutely nowhere. And by the way, you see the ladder here, guys? So in episode 103, I showed you how I installed this ladder stabilizer. Guys, I would by no means ever get on a ladder without a ladder stabilizer on it. So make sure you watch that episode, and that stabilizer is also in the description below. But the ladder itself, a lot of you guys ask me, it's a Werner 24-footer. We get it at Lowe's. It's right around 250 bucks for a ladder. And that ladder, I mean, man, it's going to really help you out a lot. So we did the front one together, guys. I'm going to put the back one. I'm going to switch over to my tripod and put it on time lapse because I want to do a voiceover. I want to talk to you guys about something that I got brewing for you guys. I'm super excited to announce it. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Well, there you have it, guys. You know, when you go through this process yourself of installing a ladder rack on your truck, you're going to get to see how easy it really is. And, you know, I'm a very visual person, so I wanted to do this for you guys to show you. And you guys can follow along as you do your build. Just follow my instructions, you know, to a T, and you're going to get there just fine. But what I really wanted to talk to you guys about, so I've been brainstorming something for the last couple months, something where I'm going to bring a lot more value to our community, right? This amazing community that we're building here, where we, you know, support each other and help each other. So what I came up with is this. So after I finish this series, which is going to end on episode 120, I am going to start a new series. Now, if you guys go back to my episode 109, in that episode, I talked about the 4 most profitable services of the pressure washing industry, right? So you have your downstreaming house washing, you have soft washing, concrete cleaning, and gutter cleaning. So anyway, my point is this. So I'm going to start a new series. It's going to start on episode 140, where I'm going to be doing like downstreaming for 10 episodes in a row. And then I'll be, a bunch of random videos. Then I'll do another 10 episodes where I'm going to be soft washing. And just like that, I'm going to cycle through the 4 services, that being downstreaming, soft washing, gutter cleaning, and concrete cleaning. So, if you guys really like this type of series, then I can keep going. Eventually I can do a roof cleaning one, a one where, I'm just doing decks for 10 episodes. And what's great about it, guys, is you're going to actually see my workflow from the, imagine, I show you exactly how I make my house mix, and then how we wash the house, how we collect the check from the payment from the customer, ask for the Google review, and all of that good stuff. So I think it's going to be something very, very interesting. I think it'll bring a lot of value to you guys, because, by the time you get done through the 10 episodes where I'm downstreaming, guys, you guys are going to be a downstreaming ninja, and then soft washing and so forth. And, I think this is going to strengthen you guys a lot on your journey, building your pressure washing company. But yeah, I really enjoying this process, guys. And yeah, let's get out there and finish this guy up. Okay, guys, we're almost there. I want to show you these finishing touches. Now, this knob here, I didn't show you this in the very beginning. This knob, there's 4 of them that come in a box, and you're supposed to put these underneath here. You see that? That's how you're supposed to tighten or loosen these. But what I've noticed through the years with this knob is that man, it's just not very sturdy enough. And what happens is, with all the vibration, the truck, the equipment constantly vibrating, especially your pressure washer, this comes undone very quickly. So what I've done instead through the years is I've actually just put a self-tapping screw. That's what I have right here in this box right here. It's full of self-tapping screws, but you just have to drill a little hole. So right here, and on the drill, I have a 1/4 inch drill bit, and all I'm going to do is this one, I'm going to flush all the way over to as far as it can go, and right in the middle there, I'm just going to drill just like that, just like that. Hold it in place and drill the other side. Just like that. Okay, then I'll do the same thing here. Hold it, flush it. See how I flush it all the way to the left until it hits the beam there. Just like that. Now the other side. Now you guys can't see too well with the camera, but don't worry, because I am going to switch in a little bit to the other camera, and then you guys are going to be able to, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a walk around with you guys. And then of course this ladder, see the ladder stabilizer, that's what I was talking about. That is in episode 103, exactly how I installed that. So now let's go ahead and put our ladder on here, and then I'm going to show you guys how we finish this up. Actually, from this angle here, will be a little bit better. Awkward, but better. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way, remember, I'm setting these things in. So there is no moving it afterwards. So you want to make sure that, your ladder is going to be able to fit, or else you'll bolt this this little thing down, and then, your ladder can't fit in there. So there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and bolt this guy in there, this hole. Just like that. Now the other side. Done and done. Now we'll do the other side. Just like that. Hold it in place, and the other side. Great. Now we're going to switch our drill bit here for one that looks like a Phillips. And then we're going to use this self-tapping screws to finish up. And I'm going to show you guys how I strap down my ladders. It's going to be real sturdy for you guys. Man, guys, I can't wait to see this thing all the way through. Again, you know, a truck build is going to take you, man, I want to say a good, you know, right around 20 hours, I would say. I'll see. I'll tell you guys, it's been a minute since I built one. My last one I built about 3-4 years ago. So, but yeah, we'll knock it down either way. Okay, so I got a handful of these, and then we'll just put it in there, just like so. These self-tapping screws, they don't need much to go in there. Doesn't take a lot of force, because once they go in there, ooh, didn't have the right angle there, guys. Once they go in there, man, I mean, this thing is not budging, guys. Just like that. And then we'll put the ladder back on the other side, and we'll do that side over there. Bam! That one's done. So again, guys, this is a little hack for you guys, you know, when you install your own ladder. Because this, like I said, this little guy here in my hand, forget about it. That thing's trash. Hold on a second. Don't want to fall off here. Whew, there we go. Gotta be careful when you do these builds, guys. All right, so all we need is what? 4 more here. And you guys seen exactly how we got this guy done. We need 1 more right here. Super, super, super professional this way. You guys know that I am all about efficiency. You know, anything that can help me save, you know, time. You know, this stuff here will help you save, you know, 10-15 minutes off of each job. Makes a difference, guys. You know, at the end of the day, if you're doing that at every job, you save an extra 2-3 hours out of your day. Bam, that's done. So you see that, guys? Like, that ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And you know what? Since I've been doing this, even with the vibration and all of that, forget about it. That's not coming off. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how I actually strap my ladder to my ladder rack. And the way I do it is this, a little hack that I'm gonna share with you guys. You see this right here, this Velcro strap, guys. This strap is 2 inches thick. It is heavy, 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 heavy duty. Okay, I've been doing this now for 8 years. You get this at Home Depot. You get it at the hardware section where they have all the Husky tools. And this is what you're going to need for this. Okay, you're going to get a bag of these zip ties. You see it on there? It says 18-inch outdoor cable ties. This thing here, guys, next level, very, very heavy duty. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to strap, you're going with your zip tie, you're going to zip tie just like this. You see that? You're going to zip tie this to the beam. This is just so you don't lose it. You're not actually using the zip tie itself to the ladder. Does that make sense? Because that wouldn't be strong enough for a ladder. But this is just so that thing hangs there, so you don't lose it. You place it somewhere or you forget to strap it in there real good and it blows in the wind. So this way, either you or your employees, you'll never lose your ladder. Okay, you'll never lose your strap. And then we'll just cut off the little end right here, just like so. And then we'll do the other end. Now you guys see that? We'll do this end right here. So again, I just put this through, just like so. And right in the middle right there, right where the ladder is going to go. Just like so. Just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna put the ladder back here. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna lock that into place. Just like that. So you guys see that, right? So you see how the strap, again, all the zip tie is doing is holding your strap into place so you don't lose it. Okay, and that's it. So now let me lower this so the ladder doesn't hit my drill. Let's put this back out of the way here. Okay, there you go, guys. There you go. Super sturdy. And then you just want to get it, close to the rung there, close to the rung here. That's good enough. And then literally you're just going to strap the ladder in there, just like so. You guys see that? Just like that. Boom, done. Like I was saying to you guys, you see that? Strapped in there. See that? This ain't going nowhere. It's not moving forward or backwards, not moving sideways. And that's it, guys. 100% done. And like I said, you guys don't have to worry about this thing coming undone. This Velcro, guys, it is super heavy duty. I've been doing this for 8 years. There's no way, because you got to remember, the Velcro is wrapped around the beam and wrapped around your ladder. And remember, the zip tie, all the zip tie is doing is holding the Velcro in place so you don't lose it. That's it. And there you have it, guys. Man, we got this done together. Like I said, it doesn't really take that long, and most of you guys would have been able to do this without even watching this video of how to do it. But it helps a lot. I'm one of those visual persons. I like to see things. I'm not really good at following the instructions on a piece of paper, So, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to switch over to the camera. So I'm going to show you like piece by piece the different bolts and how it all went in there, and so you guys can get a closer look. So I'll catch you on that side. All right, guys, we're going to do a little bit of a close-up here for you. You see here the final product. I mean, took a little bit of elbow grease, but also, I mean, you guys can get this done. And what I was saying about the Velcro strap, you guys, I've been using this for 8-9 years now. I mean, that guy ain't moving forward, backwards, nothing. And then you see the sliders, how we bolted that down, screwed that in there real good. I mean, that ladder ain't moving not left, right, or forward or backward or nothing, guys. So highly recommend, because the bottom line is, for me, it's all about efficiency. Remember this, guys, like the more time you have out there to do marketing, the more money you're going to be making, right? So, and then the other thing that I wanted to show you was this right here, those J bolts that I was talking to you about. You see that, guys? They hug the bottom of that ledge there. And guys, I mean, that piece basically becomes one with this truck, essentially. You see that right there? So highly recommend. And again, guys, all you got to do, just follow my instructions exactly. Super easy to install this ladder rack. That's why I recommend it. And of course, you guys already know this. It's in the description below. And as you guys grow, you're going to need a really good ladder rack for your business. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a tripod and give you guys my final thoughts. Guys, there you have it. We got her did. We got her did. Now, when you guys are going through this process and installing your ladder rack on your own truck, make sure that you take your time and don't try to rush your way through it. Guys, as a matter of fact, doing this whole process of building your rig, guys, take your time, put a lot of love and attention into it, because it's something that is going to feed you, feed your family for a very long time. And also make sure that you do email me, because I will send you that blueprint. Guys, it's a step-by-step, word-by-word. All you got to do is print that out and follow it, and you're going to be able to build yourself an awesome rig. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you coming to my channel, watching this how to install a ladder rack on your truck video. Highly recommend you watch the next one as well. Guys, in the next episode, part 2 of our truck build series, we're actually going to be doing, to me, this is the most important part of a build, guys, is the marketing. And all of my vehicles, all of my trucks have the marketing in the back, and I'm going to show you exactly how I prep my tailgate for that process. So, and like I said, email me, guys. I love interacting with you guys. It is, man, this community that we're building here on YouTube, really strong community, very supportive. I email all of you guys email me, man, some amazing questions. So, and I love interacting with you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.